Alright guys, Chris here, Palm Beach Boxing Extreme Fit. I'm going to interview with Danimal from the Rawbrahs. We have a Rawbrahs, not the entire Rawbrahs, but they're going to a treat in Orlando this weekend. Rawbrahs.com, check it out. But I'm here with Danimal. He's been an inspiration to me the last couple of months. I discovered him on YouTube. And will you just talk a little bit, just introduce yourself?
I'm Danimal from the Rawbrahs. I'm missing the other two brothers, but we'll see them tomorrow actually. They're driving down to Orlando for our retreat.
Awesome.
So I'm pumped for that.
Yeah, it looks awesome on just YouTube and everything. Can you talk about a little bit about fitness and what your daily regimen is and just how you...
Oh man, daily regimen. I don't have much of a daily regimen, but for fitness, I do kind of believe in the idea when I work out, I like to go full out, like all out for that workout. Not like working out for an hour and a half on a treadmill and walking while I'm on the phone, but I more try to keep it to the intensity, like less than 45 minutes, and full intensity, actually beyond full intensity, if that makes sense.
Right, so like spiking your heart rate, do you do interval training, or do you like do CrossFit type things, or just mixing up everything?
I kind of try to keep it like the functional fitness with a big emphasis on the fun of functional. So I try to find workouts that keep me engaged and keep me having fun, so it's not like I'm going to work out, but maybe like I'm going to play.
Okay.
And I do, you were asking about the heart rate. For me, the heart rate's not as big as like keeping my adrenaline high, and even maybe my testosterone high. And I'll do little things to manipulate the way I feel in the gym so I can get 110% out of what I'm going for. So whether it's like working out in front of a girl that I'm attracted to, or working out with a guy that's bigger than me, like sometimes I'll just put myself in an awkward social situation prior to like my set. So then all of a sudden, you know what I'm talking about? That feeling you might be experiencing right now, like a little shortness of breath, or some heat to your face or your chest, or all of a sudden you kind of feel like that he-man feeling.
Right,
And then I use that feeling to go do my set.
As far as like nutrition for recovery and for like boosting testosterone, is there anything you use? Like I use maca. I've tried with Tribulus a little bit.
Oh, I've never tried Tribulus. I've heard good things about it. I mean, I've heard it's powerful. I don't know. Have you listened to anything?
I mean, I've been doing it for about a month, and I noticed like sometimes like I'm more urged to get into the gym, or just like, you know.
It might just be the placebo too.
Right, it might just be
placebo. Very effective.
Right.
I'm not trying to.
Definitely. I mean, if it works for your mind, it's
yeah. I'm not trying to undermine the placebo at all.
Yeah. Is there anything like do you use?
I think my most powerful tool for I don't do it as much like post workout. I do like to if I do a muscle workout where I break down my muscles, like say it's squats or deadlifts, where I feel that tear in my muscles and I'm gonna get DOMS. Like delayed onset muscle soreness, where you feel like you're gonna be like sore for 3 days afterwards.
Right.
I try to feed myself a wholesome meal afterwards, like whether it's like raw milk with some like maybe sometimes we'll use like Sun Warrior, whatever company's sending us protein at the time. But we mix that with raw milk a lot. Prior to my workout, it's more important. I think because I'm all once again all about getting the most out of my workout. Almost like that. If you've ever seen street performers, there's a reason those guys have hit the level they have. It's because they're always using I think we all have egos, and they're all using their ego to their advantage because they're making money off their performance, and they know they have to perform. People are watching them. So these are all just tricks to get ready for the workout, and for my food to get ready for the workout, I enjoy some kind of the wilder, the redder the meat, the better. If that makes sense. I eat like with my hands. I kind of get like a little animalistic, like I like the like bison. Or I've noticed the biggest effect from like some very rare, some might call it somewhat raw bison with like a green juice or some like venison. If I could get my hands on other stuff like elk or even heck, I'd probably eat, if I add other wild meats from even crazier animals. I do feel like you kind of take on their energy a little bit when you consume their flesh. That, and then sometimes coffee, like anything that, like I said, I'm not trying to take steroids or hormones. I want to use my own. Okay. So I somehow try to really tap into that. And then sometimes those red meats do get me a little fired up.
Right, definitely. I could definitely agree with that. I would just feel, more I want to lift some weight when I'm eating buffalo than like turkey or something.
And that could be placebo as well.
Right.
Who knows? It works.
Yeah, exactly. I do a paleo diet. I'm not 100%, but I'm probably like 7% raw, 90% paleo.
Oh wow.
But in the past, and I know one thing that I really like that you guys promote is you say if you're doing something only, that's probably a risk for failure.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that all? I know from my own experience, like when I've done something like only raw, like I always end up, falling.
Yeah, I think it just becomes a real head game at that point. Kind of, it's like all of a sudden you're living a sort of dogmatic lifestyle. I think you can do that as for a short period of time, but the truth of the matter is that you get invited to social functions. Where someone's gonna be offering you food. Like I was at a wedding once, and the girl was freaking out because she thought I was only eating a raw vegan diet, and she's like, "Oh shit, Daniel's here!" Like, "Oh, I don't know if there's any raw vegan options." Like you can just tell her, she's like flipping out, and when she saw me like sit back, relax, I'm drinking beer and I'm eating the food, that weight lifted off her shoulders was very healthy for me. I felt much a part of something much bigger than just myself, than me just like adhering to a strict raw vegan diet. Or a strict whatever diet we were experimenting with at the time. The same thing, like in Jamaica, I went through some times that was when we were eating strict raw vegan, and people were like, some random Rasta or some random Jamaican would offer us like breadfruit from their yard, and it was like, is that cooked? And they're like, yeah, like, oh, we can't have that. Right. So, and I realized that at a point in our lives, we were making people potentially, maybe not, but potentially feel that what they were putting in their mouths was not good enough for us, like we're like on some sort of pedestal. So it might be this might be more of like a Buddhist mentality or a monk mentality, that like they'll eat food that's given to them no matter what it is. Okay. So we're kind of in that line to test the extremes, but somewhere at the end of the day or the end of the whole experiment to reside in the middle.
So you travel a lot and everything. So someone offers you food, and even if that's not what you do on a normal basis, you'll still do it.
Most likely, unless it's something like chicken poop.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Unless I feel like I'm gonna get sick from it, or if it's gonna get me messed up.
Right. Not even McDonald's. Right?
Yeah, or crab.
So one more thing. I'm leaving college right now. I'm just graduating. I just love the way you guys promote fully experiencing everything. Like where some people are just so caught up with getting more, trying to obtain bigger houses and stuff. But you guys try to live a simpler life, which is like amazing to me because no one does that anymore. Is there like something like how could you like explain that to somebody?
I would just say it's kind of like I was talking to Paul a second ago that we really try to live life in the context of death. Meaning that we remind ourselves that we're gonna die, and like you're gonna die, and you're gonna die. It's like the one thing that I can guarantee is that it's all gonna happen to us. Like I can predict that you'll be around next week, but that's only a prediction. Right. But I think one thing I can guarantee is that you're gonna die. So once I started living life in the context of death, and you think about when someone is dying, they're not gonna want to hold on to all their houses and jewelry and cars. And no one, I guarantee you, no one, unless really good cultural condition happen, they're not going to want their jewelry or their car when they're dying. They're going to want their friends, and they're going to want their family by their side, and they're going to want a strong relationship with their creator. And those are the things I think kind of burn all the more conspicuous consumption type of facets of life kind of burned away when I really started thinking about that I am going to die, so let's make the most out of life. And I feel like I went a little bit of a roundabout circle there, but that alone has really helped me focus on what's important, and that is, as cliche as it sounds, it's like God, family, and friends. Right. Yeah. And for pursuing your passion, I mean, I kind of thought for my job, or that's what you're asking me, right. Or how we became fun employed. Yeah. It was basically, I just started thinking about what I would pay to do, right. And I really started coming up with creative ways to get paid to do that. I know it's easier to say than do, but I think if you really focus in on that and believe that you can do that, you'll find your way.
Yeah, just following your passion for sure, and putting Jesus Christ at the head of everything. I mean, you guys promote that so much, and that's why I enjoy watching you guys so much, because it's not just a new age movement, it is, but Jesus Christ at the head of it, so definitely. Is there anything else you can give to, just so much wisdom you guys gone through and everything?
Do you think so? Well, I don't know. I think one thing would be for people not to really take me seriously and not to listen to me too much, because I think a lot of people are like always looking for the answers outside themselves. Right. And I think that we all have the answers within, and that if we all can tap into that divine intuition given to us from Jesus Christ, our Creator, that's where you'll find the best quality information. And maybe we have tapped into that, and that's inspirational for me to think that we've inspired others to do that. But that would probably be it.
That's awesome. All right, man. Well, thank you so much for coming out, man. It's awesome just to spend the day with you picking sapote and everything.
Yeah.
So check out rawbrahs.com. Check them out on YouTube, Rawbrahs. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.